Well, this killer whale killed a trainer during a SeaWorld show. Just totally reverted back to its old free ways. And during, I guess right when the show started, the trainer accidentally fell into the tank, and it kind of threw off the killer whale, and he just went after her and eventually killed her, which is so unfortunate. That really makes me not want to visit SeaWorld anytime soon. But
well, no, that makes me want to visit it, actually.
Really?
Because it turns out the killer whales are actually killers. They're not playing. That's not just a name, okay? And I, I get the same kind of thing that Dave does. Now, of course, it's terrible. She died, right? And so we feel terrible about that. Now, having said that, Dave enjoys the earthquakes and the fires and the et cetera, because he's like, look, that's nature striking back, okay? We think we're so tough and smart, right? And we got these whales doing hula hoops and doing tricks and stuff, and we're like, oh, look at the cute killer whales.
I agree. I mean, I do not like animals in captivity. I enjoy zoos, but I don't like them. So, I mean, it's a killer whale. What do you really expect from it?
Yeah, and it turns out if you don't jump in the pool, because he might look cute while he's doing those backflips, but the minute you jump in that pool, he's going to eat you.
But he's a 7,000-pound killer.
Don't it, JR?
So, I read up a little bit about this. I was amazed you guys are doing this, but
okay. No, look, you do the research on this shit. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, only because this particular one is responsible for 3 people. This is the 3rd person that's killed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
1991, 1999, and then now this one. And that was one of the big deals about it. It was at different parks, and they got transported. Now it's at this one in Orlando. And
it's like one of those priests that used to do the pedophilia and stuff. They just keep moving it around.
Send them to other churches.
Yeah. The thing is, the first one was a part-time trainer, and she was in the pool, and it grabbed her when she was outside. And then the second one, this guy went in after hours, and I guess he just wanted to play. He was probably a little off. And they found him the next day. And they said the whale thought he was a play toy because there were scrapes from him, the way he kind of bit him around his waist and kind of took him around the pool. So that he probably thought he was a play toy. And this last one, they say they don't realize that people can't hold their breath the way that they do underwater, so they keep him down there for a while because it's a trainer, so it probably knows him. It's worse with her all the time. So this particular one, they're saying he's not this is the inference I got. He's not out there to kill you. He's not trying to eat you. He's playing with you, and then he happens to kill you because he's 12,000 pounds.
So he's like the Lenny of whales, like from Mice and Men. Nice human. Now, look, the other possibility is once he got a taste of human flesh, she's like, this thing's delicious, man. The minute it falls in the pool again, I'm gonna go to work, right? And he's like, oh, this one wants to play again. Okay, come on, let's play. Right? Now, look, the reality is I'm sure that the people that are reporting what JR read are probably right. And, of course, you know why it doesn't know that it can kill you? Because it's a whale and not a human being. It doesn't know.
He doesn't know any better.
Yeah, it's like those tigers and the pit bulls and stuff. Everybody always says, oh, they never killed anyone before. Until they killed this time because they don't know what they're doing.
Now, have you guys ever been to SeaWorld? There's one in San Diego, as we all know. Have you guys been to that one?
Yeah, I've been to that
one. I went there once in college, and they did this. It was like Boy Who Cried Wolf thing. As soon as I read this, I was like, oh, because there was a show. There was part of the show where the trainer acted like she fell in on an accident, and everybody's like, and then she comes shooting out on the nose of the whale, and we're like, ah! And I was like, was this that show? And then it came out totally wrong, because that's what I thought. As soon as it happened, I was like, dude, this is still a killer whale. Like I wasn't clapping. I was like, dude, y'all shouldn't do that.
Well, I think it's safe to say that's cut from all the other shows. They won't be doing that trick anymore.
Yeah, probably not. No, I love the extra caution that JR has with all these kind of things. He's like, here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to jump in the pool with a ha he he with a killer whale and see how it turns out. Okay, I'm going to leave that to somebody else and see what happens. Now, look, and maybe it's because I'm a bitter man because I never, when I was a kid, I never went to the zoo. I'm calling you out, Dogan, because my dad's in the studio, okay? You never took me to the zoo, right? So now, I've never got into, oh, look at the killer animals, aren't they nice?
Oh, yeah.
That was not part of my childhood, so I don't know if there's some weird repressed anger I have about it. But anyway, of course we feel, and I'm not playing when I say that, we feel terrible for the woman, of course, and her family and stuff. And they're obviously broken up about it. But hey, look, these are, creatures of the wild, and when we try to tame them, we don't always do as good a job as we thought. So you got to have a little bit of respect for the animals too.
Yeah, I think they should just set this one back into the ocean. Just let it kill, and let it kill just for food.
Yeah, I mean, this dude can do a lot of damage in the ocean. You know, sometimes they're afraid, if you release it in the wild, it got too soft. You know, like if you live in LA for too long, you get too soft. You can't go back to Baltimore. But this fellas, he's all right, man. You let him go in the Pacific Ocean, he's like, get out of the way. Get out the way, yo, get out the way.